finish this dumpling. I have 2 more things to do. I have an order to ship out on Monday, and I have a whole end of the class project due on Sunday. None of my things are charged. My camera's not charged, my phone's not charged, everything is about to die. And we're done with that. I feel like that's like the most chaotic part of my videos because I think chaotically. Hi superstars, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bianca, and in this video we're going to be doing part 2 to my crochet market prep series. To preface, if you didn't watch my last 2 videos, I think you should pause and go watch them because the first video is part 1 to my market prep series, where I crochet all of my minis and kind of my small projects. I kind of give you guys a little bit of insight into like what I'm doing and what my plan is. And then also I recommend you go watch the next video where I go yarn shopping and talk about projects that I'm going to make, because that is the video where I talk about everything I'm going to make in this video. If you see anything you like in this video and you might want to make it, that is where you'll be able to find all the patterns for the stuff that I make in this video. I won't be doing too much explaining in this video because if you're not new here, you know that I like to talk a lot. Anyway, I kind of just want to jump right into this video. Also, at the end of the video, obviously we'll be doing an overview of everything we made, but we will be going over the prices of everything and doing an updated inventory price count. Alright, I put the camera down on the table, but for our first project, I figured we should just start with the easiest projects. And honestly, I feel like the easiest project would be the crochet jumbo bee, but we're not going to do that first. So for the first project, we're going to do the jumbo octo plushie one because it is very easy. I made it before and it's even easier this time since we're only doing 1 color instead of, I think 8 is how many colors you do in a rainbow octo plushie. For some reason, I'm just really excited to do it. Like, I've been wanting to do that jumbo octo plushie in a solid color for the longest time, and honestly, for some reason the bee is not bringing me as much excitement as I thought it was going to bring me. So I'm going to start out with something really fun and something I'm really excited to do. Then we'll just go from there. Let's just get started. I have my pattern printed out right here and I have my yarn. When I make these videos and I crochet, I kind of just usually just kind of like do my talking beforehand, and I'll record myself crocheting while I watch TV or listen to music or just crochet. But honestly guys, I want to start talking and crocheting more. So I do want to talk to you guys a little bit more while I crochet. The problem is I literally have no idea what to talk about. Like, I do not pay attention to most pop culture events happening. I don't watch a lot of TV. Most of the time if I'm watching something, I'm watching YouTube or some dumb little cartoon. It's hard for me to find something to talk to you guys about. I can talk to you about some of my favorite YouTubers, but at the moment I think my favorite YouTubers are, I hope I actually say like their names right and I'm not just making up a name in my head, but the first one is probably Quinn. I think Blackwell, I'm pretty sure that's her last name. She's really funny and I like her editing style. And it's so funny because at first when people used to put like a bunch of memes and just loud sound effects and pop-ups in their videos, I thought that was like so chaotic, and I'm like, oh, what is going on? Like, why are all these different pictures jumping out at me? Why is this video screaming at me right now? What is happening? And then I watched one of her videos and she does it all the time and she does it a lot, and I felt like it was actually just so funny because the vibe of the video matches her chaotic editing and the vibe, like her personality matches her editing. So she actually kind of convinced me without ever talking to me to try that editing style, and I tried it and I actually liked it. I do think like knowing that I'm going to be editing like that also has helped me bring my personality out a little bit more in my videos, because I feel like my crochet videos are very calm because you're crocheting, like it's crochet. I do kind of have a chaotic personality in a sense sometimes, so it's like, show the people that, why are you so reserved? Because yes, I'm reserved sometimes, but people in my life, if you ask them to describe me, reserved will not come out of any of their mouths.
Clock it.
I'm not reserved at all. I like, sometimes I'm reserved, but most of the times I'm not reserved. I feel like the most chaotic part, because my videos usually aren't structured and I'll end up just jumping around, going from place to place, and then I'll say I'll crochet something, then we don't crochet that thing, or a new crochet project pops up because I just do whatever I want to do. I've been doing what I want and I don't follow any list or plan. I feel like that's like the most chaotic part of my videos because I think chaotically. It works though, right? And look, I'm making the wrong thing.
I just bought a bag in the game.
Okay. You guys, hello? I was wearing that microphone the whole time and I don't even think it was connected. I think it's dead actually. And I'm just sitting here with the microphone, even putting the phone and stuff to them, and it's not on. Like, what am I doing? Okay. Hey guys, it's the next day and I'm back. So I wanted to update you guys on what's going on. So as you can see from the back of my video, I finished the plushie. Here it is. Don't mind the mess. Let's see. Let's zoom in just a little bit. All right, so here it is. It's adorable. Like, you guys already know how I be feeling about these plushies. Let me take this out of it. About these plushies, it's so cute. So something I changed up, obviously I did it all one color. I feel like, let me zoom back out. It's covering the mess anyway. Obviously I did it all one color, but I changed the size of the eyes. So for the last one I used 40mm eyes, and for this one I used 30. But the reason why I did that is because I wanted to use these glitter eyes, and I didn't have glitter eyes and 40mm eyes. So I think this is done. And we're done with that. So I did start working on the next project without you guys. I don't know what to tell you guys. I was in a flow state. I was already a little annoyed because I kind of got a slow start to the morning. I stayed up like really late last night, and this morning I was just so tired, and I was trying to crochet, but I was tired. So I was crocheting, but it was taking me a lot longer than it normally does. And then my stepdad brought me a coffee, and then I was sipping the coffee slow. Then it finally kicked in, so I started to get my groove back. So all that to say, I did start the Be Without You. It's almost like I got punished because, I mean, this would have happened to me. And oh, you know what I forgot to tell you guys before I talk about that? You know what annoyed me? Alexa annoys me. Okay, so basically you had to make 8 tentacles, right? I'm sitting on my bed crocheting and I'm going to make a tentacle, and I'm like, I feel like I already had another one. Like, am I missing one? But I didn't really think too much into it. So I started to make my last tentacle, right? I didn't have that much yarn of the skein left. So rewind. I was about to tell you this whole long drawn out story that makes no sense, just to tell you guys that basically since I ended up losing a tentacle, I made an extra one, which made me open a whole new skein, which I end up not needing. So I wasn't able to return it because I opened it up. Yeah, we're not going to listen to this whole audio because I don't know how to tell stories. I tell stories like a maniac. So you're welcome for doing a voiceover instead. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I'm about to be annoyed. But I didn't have to use that one at all. And now I was sitting here looking like yarn throw up and I can't return it. So that's very annoying. Very, very annoying. I was in a flow state and I started this bee off camera without you guys. I am having a problem with this bee because I'm following the pattern I follow for this bee, but for some reason it's coming out so much smaller. I don't know what that's about. So originally I crocheted up to row 6 and I'm like, okay, it's coming out too small. So I frogged it and I went up 2 hook sizes and that still isn't big enough. I'm assuming maybe my tension was looser when I made this bee the first time, because if you look really close, you can see like holes in it a little bit, which is, it's not terrible, but also if I'm going to be selling it, I don't want holes in it. I want all my projects to be jumbo, and to me this is giving medium size. So honestly guys, I'm going to frog all the way up to round 6. I'm going to keep increasing until I get to the size that I want to get to. Hey you guys, I hope you can't hear the noise in the background, but I have like a middle of the project update. So this is where I am right now. I kind of had to play around with this because of the whole like it coming out smaller and tension thing. At first I went way too big and I had to frog and make it smaller, and then I like kind of went with this size. Another problem that I'm having is since my stitches are so tight, the lines are a little thinner, so the length of the body is smaller. I'm not sure, like I feel like it's going to look weird and just kind of not proportional if I just start doing the decreases and end it off. So I think I'm gonna have to do another row of yellow, then another row of black, then finish it off, and we'll just go from there, I guess. This was supposed to be like an easy project. I'm just really surprised that my tension has tightened that much since I started crocheting. I'll come back when I'm done, honestly. Hey y'all, so I went through a lot with this bee. I did. So last night, honestly, the OGB I abandoned. I just kept working on it and it was not turning out in my favor. I was hating how it looked, and I'm like, I'm spending so much time trying to fix this bee. Like, I feel like I'm just wasting time. I would have been done with this by now. And the time I spent doing that bee, I could have made at least 2 or 3 bees, honestly. So I frogged it and I just started over. My hand was starting to hurt from crocheting so much, so I feel like my tension just naturally got a little looser, which I end up just flowing with. So this is how it ended up turning out. It's a lot better than whatever was going on before. I put the other bee away, but this I think is a tad bit smaller than the other bee, but it still works. It's still like the type of vibe that I was looking for. If you can see, it is a little bit longer. Like, this bee is definitely bigger, but this one is definitely bigger than what we like originally had. It was also really annoying because when I did the original bee, I was using so much yarn, and I ended up going into like my new skein of yarn. After I frogged it, y'all, I did not need that skein at all, but I already used it and unraveled it again, so I cannot return it. It is what it is. Like, I'll use it for something. It just feels like I'm replenishing my yarn stash as I go. Like, this next project, I know we're not gonna have that problem because it's 2 skeins of yarns that we already had in the stash, so we can't go anywhere but down. So our next project is going to be our jumbo crochet cat. This cat, I decided to do this one next because this should be another easy one. But I'm knock on some wood because the last one was supposed to be an easy one, and we know what happened with that. But I made this cat before. I made it for my sister for Christmas. All right, guys.
Let's get into play.
All right, guys. Let's get into this crochet montage. Alright, you guys, it is a few hours later and I'm finished. So it is about 6:30. The project didn't take that long. I think it's so cute. Look at the eyes though, like they are so cute. So I think this cat is so adorable. Like, so this is how much yarn I had left. I had 2 full skeins of this orange Premier Parfait XL yarn, and now I have still a decent amount left. So if you do want to make this project and that's the yarn you want to use, I would say get 2 skeins of it. So I was looking at my yarn and I decided that our next project is going to be the turtle. I feel like this project is going to be simple. Like, I made a turtle before and they're not that difficult. Yeah. Okay, hey guys, so I want to come on here and give you guys a really quick update, and it's going to be really quick because for some reason the power is out in my house and none of my things are charged. My camera's not charged, my phone's not charged, everything is about to die. So basically, this is the turtle. It's so big and it's so cute. And then I did little brown sparkle eyes. I got annoyed because I originally started using this green and I made a whole fin, and the dye lot was off. You could really tell. So I ended up wasting. This was like the other one I used, and this was the green I ended up wasting. I'm just not getting lucky with this project at all, or like this video, because I keep using extra yarn than I need, and not being able to return it. So then this is the dumpling that I started. I'm right here with it right now. I've just been crocheting, and I'm just gonna keep crocheting until I figure it out. So right now my camera's on 1%, so I'm gonna stop talking and I'll be back in a second to like explain more. Okay, hey guys, so I'm back and it's later in the day and my camera's charged, my power is back on, and we're ready to get it. We started our dumpling. For the dumpling, I've just been kind of crocheting and seeing where I turn up. I ended up going to like 12 increases, so like 10 single crochet, or no, 11 single crochet increase. No, 10 single crochet increase. And then right now I'm just doing rounds, and I'm just gonna keep like building it up until I feel like it's a good like time to start decreasing a little bit. And then I'm not gonna close it all the way. I'm gonna like scrunch it up and try to close it like that, if that makes sense. So this one is just kind of like a touch and go, like just crochet and see what happens. And I'm just gonna keep building this up and see where I end up now. Okay guys, so I'm back with the update. Honestly, now that I'm looking at it, I feel like I should have put the lighting on, just because it is a little gloomy outside. It's still daytime, but it's snowing right now after it being 88 degrees yesterday, guys. Jersey weather is so crazy. How can it be 88 and be snowing today? How does that make sense? Anyway, I digress. What was I talking about? The lighting? Okay. I don't need to talk about that anyway. Anyway, I'm back with an update. I did not finish it. Like I told you guys I would finish it yesterday. I've been playing and I need to stop because I really wanted to be done with these projects by the end of this week. It's Thursday and I have 2 more things to do. I have to finish this dumpling. I have 2 more things to do. I have an order to ship out on Monday, and I have a whole like end of the class project due on Sunday. So obviously this video is not going to be done by the end of the week because I'm going to have to like shift a little bit in my priorities, but we'll finish what we can finish. So here we are right now. I kind of have no idea what I'm doing. Like so far I told you guys I went up to like 12 increases. So I did 10 single crochet in increase, which brought me to 72 stitches. Then I did, if I recorded it right, 13 rows of 72. And then I finished my first row of decreases. So I'm just going to keep decreasing and seeing how it looks after every decrease. I know I'm not going to decrease to close it because that's not like the look that I'm looking for. I don't want it to look weird. I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of already giving the look that I want it to give. So maybe a few more rows. Hey guys, I'm back and this is the final result. So as you guys kind of saw me do, instead of like scrunching it, I kind of just folded the pieces on top of each other and weaved my needle with a yarn through it to lay it down. Then at the end, I think I forgot to record the other parts, but I took the yarn and went through the top stitches to close it all. Then after that, I kind of stuck my hand through some of these holes, and just to see if there was like a gap and I could touch the stuffing. And some of them I was able to touch the stuffing, so I went through like individually and closed those spaces off so it is no gaps at the top. So this one is done. It's so cute and it ended up being the perfect size. I did not use, I put it to the side. I did not use that other skein of yarn. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys, but I ended up going to Michael's and buying a third skein of the cream yarn because I thought I was going to need another skein. So that honestly was a waste. I'm going to return that because I have this much of the cream yarn left. So I'm glad I finally have good luck with one of these projects and I can actually return an extra skein of yarn that I had instead of going into it and realizing I don't need it later on. So yeah, this is how it came out. So honestly, I'm just gonna put this right to the side. Oops, right to the side and not do too much talking. Okay. I'm gonna put that right to the side and not do too much talking because you guys know we have the cow and the snail to do, and I have a order. You guys already know how much I have to do. So I think I'm just gonna print out the pattern for the cow because I've been liking the printed out patterns a little more than using my iPad, and we're gonna get started on that one right away. So let's go. Oh shoot. You guys, I just got so scared because I came outside to show you guys the rain and the wind literally just like slammed the door shut by itself. It was so crazy. I really wish I was going to sleep right now, but I'm not. I'm finishing this one project, the cow, that I said I was going to finish. I'm getting wet. Let me go inside. Oh! You guys, that's the wind slamming the door shut. That's not me. I'm finishing this cow that I said I was going to finish days ago. So yeah, I told myself I honestly just finished like crocheting everything up. So I told myself I would stay up and sew it together just because I was been supposed to finish it and it's taking me so long. So yeah.
But I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss.
Over the past few days, I basically finished the cow and sewed all the pieces together. So that's what you see me doing here. And then I also started and finished the last project, which was the snail. I only included me sewing the snail together on camera just because this video has been taking much longer than I anticipated, and I've been playing around a little bit, so I just took the liberty of doing that off camera and just showing you guys the clips so we can get the show on the road. I also had this goldfish plushie that I made a while ago, and every time I look at it I realize that the top fin is actually off center and it drives me crazy, so I just decided to go in and fix the fin on that plushie. Next, I put tags on all my plushies. So basically, all we have left to do is just do the overview of everything we made in this video. Alright guys, I'm back. We're just going to jump right into it. So the first thing I want to start with are some things that I already had crocheted. First, we have these two candy corn plushies. These plushies are so cute, and the price on these candy corns are $30 each, so in total I have $60 worth of candy corn. The next thing I already had crocheted is this little goldfish. This goldfish I have priced at $30. Next, we have this cute adorable bee, and this bee is $30. Our next item is the little bow dumpling we freehanded, and this cute adorable dumpling is $50. Next, we have our teal octo plushie with the green eyes. This octo plushie is going to be $70. So next we have our orange cat. This cat is $40. Our next item is the turtle. You guys, look. Oh my goodness. And it's worth $120, so that's what I priced it at. Okay, this is our next item. This is the snail plushie, $70. Our last item, dun 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 dun, is the strawberry cow. I want to keep her $160. So that means in total for our jumbo plushies we have we have 630 worth of jumbo plushies. In terms of our goal, including all the minis we made, that brings us to $1,824. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and until the next one, bye. I kind of have no idea what I'm doing. Like, what am I doing? And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I'm about to be annoyed. So adorable. Like, how does that make sense? Okay. I don't need to talk about that anyway. I was wearing that microphone the whole time and I don't even think it was connected. I think it's dead actually. So that's very annoying. Anyway, I digress.